It is said the only constant is change in college football. Over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So TCU's offense will have the first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, and I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
These old girders are rocking on third down here at Beaver Stadium. A run for the quarterback. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Fires to the tight end. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Upshaw.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And a nice, crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Morse. Oh, he's got some space. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start, and that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Penn State's offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The option look. Now the toss. He's loose. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got him. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Now the play fake. Using the quick game. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And really kind of a Jekyll and Hyde opening drive for the defense in the game. They've given up some yards, and they've given up some big plays, but they've also got 2 sacks now already. So a little bit of back and forth. I think you're looking for a little bit more consistency from this defense now as the game develops.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is tremendous toughness there by the quarterback because he knew he was going to get drilled. He hung tough in the pocket and delivered a strike for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the point after is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll try the outside to the left. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. With the catch, it's Morris. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Off play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Trying to beat him to the left. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to see...
Makes the grab down the left side. Touchdown, TCU! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Arkansas is getting its clock cleaned today. That crowd was calling the Hogs in the pregame, but they're saying some other things right now. They're trailing by 14 to Arizona State. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Tight end finds a soft spot. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Nittany Lions moving quickly to the line. Going to swing it on second down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted.
You got to be so careful, too, David, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage, too, because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
On the ground, it's Pierre. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up, just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Not always the old line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass, after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
And the Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got...
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with that massive play right there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the back. Creates a little space. Turning it on. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Going deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got the back over the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They're working that left side. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Chase. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the ring. The 18.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And he's not going to get the first down. Good stop there. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Nittany Lions will go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Bomber, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds a tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense. And you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
The Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Red pass hits complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
Boy, they got the completion there, and it didn't go very far, but the big fella with a nice catch.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and forcing completions like that.
Trying the left side. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires and picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Happy Valley has given us a fun first half. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots?
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Off-play action on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Takes a hit as he fires.
You sort of get the feeling here in the second half with the game tied. It very easily could come down to which of these two quarterbacks has the football last. Bit of a blown opportunity there on third down with that incompletion. This guy's going to have to lock in for the remainder of the game.
Slips through the line. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Got room to work. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it, to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs, it's Pierre. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Breaks the tackle. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. they'll try to run for it. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
The Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the good tackle, force the 2nd down and goal.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Zings it complete to the right. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
I think moving forward on 3rd down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
4th and goal from the 5. The offense is still out there. This epitomizes confidence. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run play action. Trying to ball his way in. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. The Nittany Lions are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. They'll go to the ground. Couldn't fight his way out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Takes the handoff. It's Pierre. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the fly motion. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Trying to get the corner. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, it's third and short, and the offense is trying to go outside with the toss play, but too much speed defensively, forcing fourth down.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying play action. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And this is really the story of the game. This offense has no chance in the passing game because they cannot protect the quarterback. All game long, he's been under duress. You got to give the defense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. I know when a guy's thrown 3 interceptions, it's not good, but everything hasn't been bad. They've moved the ball a little bit. They just keep self-destructing. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now